guys, how's it going? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs. For this review, we're looking at the Heroic Age Iron Man, which is the bleeding edge armor. As you can see here, got some bio information, that type of thing. Shows that he is part of the first batch, comes with the left leg of Ironmonger. The other ones aren't coming for at least 6 months, I'd say. I guess we'll see. Build-A-Figure looks pretty good so far, but we'll talk about him when he comes out. So let's look at the figure. Here he is, first Iron Man that's actually got some size to him in quite a while. He comes in at just over 6.5 inches tall, so I do like that he's bigger. That being said, I have some serious issues with this guy. First issue, look how narrow his chest and shoulders are. I know this armor isn't supposed to be particularly bulky, but he just has like no shoulders at all. I don't know, the proportions make him look weird. He's got, I mean, everything's normally proportioned. That sounds weird. But the shoulders, I think, need to be out more. You know, like maybe out to there. Just a little bit more to give him the right shape. He looks very kind of hunched over because of it. I don't know. I just think that could have been better, especially since this is all new mold. They could have just broadened the chest and the shoulders just a little bit. I think it would have made the figure look immensely better. But it is what it is, so let's talk about it as it is. Paintwork on this guy is pretty not so great. All the blue should have some white on there. Maybe not all of it, but at least some of it should have white in the center. And it's not even like a bright blue. It's kind of a dull cobalt-y color. So, and it's flat looking. It's just kind of, I don't know, not so great. The eye paint is pretty good. They did really nice line work on there, so that's nice. As far as the gold that's painted on the red, it looks okay. Most of the lines are pretty clean, but it also is kind of choppy in some places too. If you look at the thighs on mine, there's a lot of lines and stuff showing that don't look right. He's missing some on the feet, he's missing some on the hands. I don't know. I mean, it does have more paint than most of Hasbro's figures, but it's only 2 colors. I mean, not counting the blue, there's only 2 colors on this guy. It would have been nice if they got him a little bit more accurate. But what are you going to do? At first glance, it's a nice looking figure, so it'll be okay for the shelf. Just not a particularly impressive figure. As far as articulation goes, that's as far back as the head goes, so it's pretty limited. I mean, it has a good range, it just doesn't go back far enough to do a real nice flight pose. With the ab crunch, it's enough, but it could definitely be a little bit better. Like the extremis, that would have been a lot better. It is on the disc though, so it has the up and down and the side to side. Ball disc, ball hinge shoulders. They have a good range of motion, but as you can see, that's because they're completely recessed into the torso. If they stuck out more, like I said, they would have looked a little bit better. Okay, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel, and the hinge. Thankfully, even though he's got the bulkier gauntlet type things on the wrist, they made it so his hand could come out enough to shoot the repulsor thingy. So that, I think, as I've said before, is very important, so I'm very happy that they included that. I think it's absolutely necessary. Same articulation on this side, but this one's a fist, so it's not that important. Like I said, he does have the ab crunch. Pretty good range of motion. I don't think you're probably going to bend him that far back, but he does go that far. And as far as forward goes, it's okay. But he already looks hunched over, so you probably don't want to bend him over, because then he looks like an old man who needs a walker, I think. Okay, so the hip or waist, he has a swivel, then the hips are the new Marvel Legends hips, so forward and backward, it's like a T-joint with a thigh swivel built in. That's fine with me. Double jointed knees, the new type of ankles with the disc, and then the new type of ankle rocker. My problem, the way Hasbro is executing this ankle rocker, even though it's more or less effective, I've always had this problem, is that when you turn it, it puts the foot in an angle. So you can't really just turn the foot sideways. It brings the heel forward some due to the way it's designed. So you have to twist his leg in order to get it to be flat. That's not really Hasbro's fault, because everybody's had that problem since they've been making that type of articulation. My problem with Hasbro is that they're making the feet so thin that it looks like he's wearing Crocs. I think that looks pretty off. They don't blend together very well, especially since the ankle is yellow or gold, and they missed some of the gold on the feet. Unless I'm wrong, I don't think I am though. It just looks like he's wearing slippers or Crocs or something. So I think they need to do something about the ankles. Most of these guys look kind of odd in the foot region. But he does have the articulation, so I can't really knock him too much. So this guy is a new armor. A lot of people have been wanting this armor. Should they go buy him? I'm gonna say maybe. If you are definitely interested in collecting more armors, then this one is definitely for you. If you are interested in collecting really top quality figures from Hasbro, maybe it's a pass. He's good enough to have, but he's not good enough to be excited about, I don't think. So you're gonna have to make that decision for yourself. Now that you've got all the information, hopefully you can make that a little bit easier. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the Iron Man reviews in 6 or 7 months. And in the meantime, you can watch some other stuff and keep collecting.